Part 1, you will hear John and Angela discussing the children's school options. First, you will have some time to look at questions 1 to 6. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Come in, John. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Angela. I've been looking forward to this. I've been thinking about our conversation last week about the children and their schooling, and I want to know what you think about the options.
Well, there are a lot of things to consider. The first thing is that the choice of school depends on what you want for your children. So, why don't you tell me what you're thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about sending my daughter to a private school. I've read that they have better facilities, and the quality of the teaching is supposed to be good too.
Yes, that's true. But there are other things to consider as well. For example, the curriculum in private schools is quite different from the curriculum in public schools.
What do you mean?
Well, private schools tend to focus more on subjects like maths and science, and they also offer a lot of extracurricular activities, like music and drama. Public schools, on the other hand, offer a more balanced curriculum, with a wider range of subjects.
I see. That's something to think about. What about the cost? I've heard that private schools can be quite expensive.
Yes, that's true. Private schools can be very expensive, but there are some that offer scholarships or financial aid. It's worth looking into.
OK, I'll do that. What about class sizes? I've heard that private schools have smaller class sizes.
Yes, that's generally true. Private schools tend to have smaller class sizes, which means that students get more individual attention from teachers. Public schools, on the other hand, tend to have larger class sizes, but they also have more resources and support for students who need it.
That's good to know. What about the teachers? Are they better in private schools?
Not necessarily. There are good teachers in both private and public schools. It really depends on the individual school and the teachers themselves.
OK, that makes sense. What about the social aspect? I've heard that private schools can be quite competitive.
Yes, that's true. Private schools can be quite competitive, but they also offer a lot of opportunities for students to get involved in extracurricular activities and make friends. Public schools, on the other hand, tend to be more diverse, with students from a wide range of backgrounds.
That's something to think about.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you'll have some time to look at questions 7 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 7 to 10.
What about the location? Is it better to send my daughter to a school that's close to home?
Yes, that's definitely something to consider. It's important for your daughter to be able to get to and from school easily, and it's also important for you to be able to get to the school if you need to.
OK, I'll keep that in mind. What about the reputation of the school? Is that important?
Yes, that's definitely something to consider. It's important to choose a school that has a good reputation, both academically and socially.
OK, I'll do some research on that. What about the size of the school? Is it better to send my daughter to a small school or a large school?
That really depends on your daughter and what she's comfortable with. Some children do better in small schools where they can get more individual attention, while others do better in large schools where there are more opportunities for socialising and extracurricular activities.
OK, that's good to know. Thanks for your help, Angela. You've given me a lot to think about.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could help. Good luck with your decision.
That is the end of part 1. You now have 30 seconds to check your answers to part 1.